So Fort Indiantown Gap, contrary to some popular belief, was not the first training area dedicated by the state of Pennsylvania for National Guard training. Mount Gretna, which is south of here, was our original condensed combined training location beginning around the 1880s. Pennsylvania realized in the early 20th century that because of both internal and external constraints, Mount Gretna was not going to be the permanent solution. So let's look someplace else. And that's where Fort Indiantown Gap, which had been looked at before, really made a lot more sense because of the topography of the terrain. We can use the geography as a backstop for a small arms fire into the mountains rather than just off into the distance. Moving from Mount Gretna to Fort Indiantown Gap, that process coinciding with World War II was a huge help for us because our brand new plot of land that we had gotten our hands on just a few years before has now, a lot of the buildings from Mount Gretna are migrated to the new facility to help us train our National Guard troops.
Fort Indiantown Gap through the 1980s and the 1990s acted as operational training support for the Pennsylvania Army and Air National Guard units. Following the Cold War, the post was on the list for BRAC, which is base realignment and closures. So this installation first came up for closure in 1991. The individuals here didn't want the base to leave. There was a lot of local support for it. This is a fairly quiet area of Pennsylvania. So kind of a neat support for this from the community. In 1998, the post was turned over to the Pennsylvania National Guard. There has been a lot of renovation, there's been innovation, there's been new construction. In 2025, the last year we have current stats for, there was over 130,000 soldiers that passed through here for training. And that totaled over 900,000 man hours, almost double second place. In Pennsylvania, specifically Fort Indiantown Gap, has been in the top 3 since 2013. And part of that has to do with the facilities we offer here. The headquarters of the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs is also here. So all of our veterans programs, veterans homes are administered through Fort Indiantown Gap. And it's really become kind of iconic of what Fort Indiantown Gap is. Innovating and adapting is just what we do.